What's going on, my beautiful people? It is after 9 o'clock. It's 56 degrees in the garage. It is pouring. I don't know if you can hear it, but it is amazing. I don't know about you guys, but I could absolutely love sitting in a silent room and just listening to the rain. It's absolutely amazing. But anyways, two holster video today. We're actually going to foam press one, and then while that's in the press cooling, I'm going to make another holster on vac for the same gentleman, two different orders, same gentleman, and we'll take care of them. So first order, HKP2000 with TLR7 sub, not sub, regular TL7. And then after that is going to be a Glock 19 with TLR1. Both of these inside the waistband, right-handed, 1.75 Fobi. Been a long day. I'm tired. But I don't stop when I'm tired. I stop when I'm done. So, but after I build these two holsters, I'm going to go inside and work on some 3D modeling for my next build that I'm going to do. And, but let's just get this done. So, first things first, you know, I didn't think this would look good on here, but mounting the TLR7 onto the P2000, look at that. That actually looks really good. Regardless, we're going to go ahead, bust this out. I hope this gentleman really likes it. We're going to lock this in place. And it should be a relatively quick build. Got to get my nickel. If you guys, fun fact, if you guys didn't know, this right here, right, the tightening screw is designed for a nickel, so you can actually tighten it or loosen it with change in your pocket. No screwdrivers needed, just a nickel. Nickel is best. Anyways, so here's one, and then we are going to get the El Glocko Day 19 and the Streamlight TLR1, because we are going to be rocking that as well, so might as well just get that on there. And because this is also a Streamlight, get your nickel, which I apparently just lost. There we go. And tighten that on there as well. So like I said, we're going to foam press this and vacuum this. Let's have some fun. I just want to add that foam pressing molds with light attachments is somewhat dangerous. I have broken, shattered, destroyed probably a few $1,000s worth of holsters over the years. So before I got this new mold, the HK mold, I destroyed it, and I tried JB welding it together. It didn't work, so I had to go ahead, break down, and spend 70 bucks on another one. So just remember that. Every time you break it, it's $70 down the drain. However, I actually keep the ones I break. They're down here. And if I can, I will actually cut pieces off of them and like extend slides for compensators or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. Don't throw anything out. You might have a need for it in the future. But let's get this blocking, let's get it in the foam press, and let's do it. And as always, with light bearing, we're going to start off with some tape. We'll do 5 layers on each side. So there's 4, and on the 5th one, go ahead and bring it right over. 1, 2. Alright, I'm just going to double check this right here. Special instructions, would love to see how it's made. Okay, we're doing that. Suppressor height sights and the flashlight, that's it. So we're just going to take that, and might as well at this point, we'll lock that in. There we go. And if you need to look back, go ahead and look back. It won't hurt you. So we know, if I lift this up, that the only thing that we need to block is right there and on both sides. Right there. There is nothing else. And for this build, I am going to take my razor and just cut out around the flashlight. That's good right there. And the way we're going to have this is the retention is going to be right there, and it's going to be right here on both sides. And that's how I personally do it. We're going to be using this guy, and it's going to sit pretty much right there. And then we're going to have this guy right there, just like so. And then copy that onto the other side. So for now, we will line that up. Throw the piece of tape on. Again, if you're using a customer's light, make sure you tape the light before you throw blocking on. Otherwise, you will 100% scratch their light, and then you're going to be buying a new light. Keeping theirs, but buying another one. Alright, so then we're going to lay this down on top. Man, it went from 60 degrees this morning to somewhat sunny to cloudy to pouring, and 2 feet of snow coming on Friday. And I'm leaving for a hotel on Saturday. This should be fun. Anyway, there's one. We'll flip it over and do the same exact thing. Only problem is I now have to find, there it is, that blocking. So instead of doing this way, we're going to go ahead and do it this way. Literally going to be same. So I'll back that up just a little. Go ahead, throw that right there. If you're just tuning into my channel with holster making, the reason why I use the end of the pencil is because you need good, straight lines on the tape. If you just push it down, you'll have what's called tenting, and you won't get any definition. So that's why you see me pushing it down. Then I'll take this. And then I'll run it from side to side. Then I'll do, I'm just going to do another one right here. And I'm actually going to put that right there. Because we're going to have all right, now, other than doing the retention plate, we need to do the foamy mount. Let's see here. Right hand. So, we are going to either do that one, or I'll come into my repertoire. Find one that's a little bit larger. I mean, this works, but oh, there it is, right there. I like the bigger one. Although I'm gonna make a couple more soon. All right, so right-handed. If I throw it on this side, it'll be left. So we're gonna throw it on this side. Trigger guide right here. So we're gonna be in this area. All right, and if we take, let's see here, a little piece, we'll take this. That's going to go right there, and that stops it from rotating down. Let's see here. That grips right there. We're actually going to go up. There we go, right there. All right, and then we'll lock it in place. All right, now we have to make the retention plate. Just a friendly reminder, at this point you should have already had your heat press on or this going and heating up your foam. I didn't heat up my foam, but then again, 60 degrees in here. So I'm just going to throw this in here for now. Actually, you know what? Turning on the oven and dropping the glass will work. But turning on the oven and then having it open about yay, that'll warm that up quick. This HK is in OD green, so I'm going to cut a slot of OD green. This is already up to temperature. I already did press it, so there's no moisture in here. And it is retention plate time. So I'm going to cut that, cut the OD green, get everything all set. I'm going to press it. You've seen how I've done that. Again, with the tech tip, before I threw it in the press, this is going to be dual layers of foam. So 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top. Foam is heating up on top. Foam is heating up on top. Make sure that it's nice and warm. The warmer it is, the squishier it is, but don't make it too hot because then it just will take forever to cool. So we have this ready to go. The green is obviously in there now. And 100 seconds left. We're going to pull everything out. And then we're throwing black in there because we're doing a Glock 19. But we're doing a Gen 5. Now, my mold does a Gen 5. But my drone, my folding drone, is a Gen 4. I'll show you what you do because there is a difference. HK in the press. Piece of black Kydex, which is 1 foot by 1 foot, is now in the press. Or not in the press, but in the... Well, actually, technically, yeah, the press. The t-shirt press. It is in the heat press, and I got this one all set. This is a brand new mold from Pale Horse, so I had to go ahead and drill it. I thought I drilled it prior, but I guess I didn't. But I'm looking at it, and I think he messed up on the trim jig. Check this out. If you look at the trim jig, see how tall it is right here? This was never cut down, so on both sides. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to cut it. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to form this holster. We're going to do this, and then I'm going to see how bad this does not fit. And then I'm going to have to do it. Am I happy? No. Will I let Kirk know? Yes, because it's part of, you know, quality control. I'm guessing he forgot to tool it. But we'll see. If it works, then I'm wrong. If it doesn't work, then Pale Horse is wrong. So we're just going to go ahead and check that. And but I've never gotten anything bad from Kirk, so we'll see. I got another 30 seconds before we find out, so let's do it. All right, so we popped it out. I drilled it. It fits, but it doesn't fit. It is about an 1/8 inch too tall, so I'm just gonna go ahead and zing it. Then it'll be perfect. Oh, now it fits. All right, trim it, cut it, clean it, whatever you want. All right, earlier, Iggy, you said that the Gen 5 is wider. Well, how do you know? Well, one, I know, but there's this really cool thing called Google. Let's look. All right, so a quick Google, and here we go. Overall width, using the popular Glock 19 as an example, the Gen 4 overall width is 1.26 inches, and the Gen 5 is 1.34 inches. What does that mean? That means if you fold over a Gen 4, Gen 5 is going to be tight and you're going to have premature slide wear. So, yeah. So let's see here. We need to be at 1.34 inches. Here's how I'm doing it. This will also work if it's Cerakoted, which I know that this firearm for this gentleman is Cerakoted and not the Gen 5, but it's literally the same concept. So if I grab this, and we're looking at the blue guns, you're at, let's see here. Oh God. This guy is at 1 inch, which is smaller than the 1.2. So we're going to throw on some laser tape. Dos. There's 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So 1.36? 1.34. Let's do this. Yeah. So 1.34 seems massive. There it is right there. Yeah, that's not right. And I'm at 1.34. We'll cut. All right, I'm thinking Google lied to me. I'm going to go straight to Glock because 1.34 is freaking massive. It's a 1/4 inch wider than that. I think it's supposed to be 1.034. That's more like it. Okay, I was also reading the wrong stuff. That's overall width, which means the thickest point of the firearm, which is in the grip where the thumb goes. That's where it's reading. Also the slide stop and all that stuff. So yeah, scratch that. Ah, got it. Slide width, 1 inch. So Glock 19 Gen 1 is a 1 inch, and or 2, 3, 4 or 1 inch, and a 5 is a little bit wider. So being a Cerakoted firearm, Cerakote does a little bit of width on there. Some people are heavy on it, but we're gonna block it pretty much like a Gen 5. So as long as it's wider than 1 inch, we will be good. I currently have it at 1.04, and that's more likely more than enough. So we're just going to go ahead and fold it. Man, sometimes I hate Google, but I love it. If you're ever confused on stuff that you need to know, go on Google, search around, go on the websites, do whatever you need to do to find out the answer. So this I already have cleaned up, as you can see. This is a brand new mold, so I'm going to be checking the fitment. I think this should be a little bit bigger. If it is, we'll Dremel out the mold and then go back to this. So we shall see. Which is also no big deal. It just sucks because you waste a couple minutes of time. But let's get it going. Da, 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 la. Whew. I need some milk. All right. I have a feeling that we're going to be redoing this, which is no big deal. I don't want to send out a holster that has 0 retention on it. Let's test it. And this is just for fitment purposes. Just going to throw this together and see how well this fits. Like I said, it's already bent over, so we're going to take the tape off. And the point of retention that The point of retention that Kirk uses is right here. I might have to Dremel that out. So for that, I'm going to take off this. Yeah, none. There is no retention on this. So that is going in L's scrap bin. In the trash it goes. Let's get the mold. So in the mold, the retention point is right here. We're going to Dremel that out. Another spot for retention. All right, we're going to make that a little bit longer and a little bit deeper. And so that's going to be that right there. And then another spot for retention is what I do on my foam is right here. So you could do a knockout right here, and that'll do it as well. But we're going to go ahead. I'm going to Dremel this, pull another one, and see how that goes. Okay, big fail. Joint effort. I modified the mold so it could bite onto the TLR because it was not biting. And as you can see, went from this little tiny retention, and I opened it up to that because it matched one of my other firearms, and it went to that. No big deal, right? Well, turns out I did a cross section because I was still having fitment issues, and when we put it in, you can actually see right there, it is lower. Oh, let's get in. There we go. It is lower than this point, so this just stays up the whole time. So I need to actually fill this in and then recut it. So I'm going to fill this with epoxy and then redo it. But I'm also going to contact Pale Horse and tell them that this mold does not work. However, I'm going to keep it because it's already here, and it's like 6-week lead time for molds. So I'm not going to wait for another because I need it. Anyways, so I guess let's go back to the HKP2000, and I'll worry about this tomorrow. All right, for reals. Look at that. That looks good. Right? Foam vac. Just look at that. Pretty damn close. All right, marked up, drilled, and we're going to cut it, do our final form, and then test fit it. And this guy, well, unfortunately, we have to wait for a TLR1 now, or 19. But I might just foam press that and be good to go. But I'm going to cut this and go to town. And here we are with the HKP2000 with TLR7. And I got to say, my foam press right now is kicking the crap out of that Pale Horse mold. So, like I said, I'm going to fit all that in. Well, let's try fitment right now. Oh, that makes me hot in the crotch. All right. And move on to the 1.75 foamy. I'm going to have to laser engrave this when I go in, but I usually do the laser engraving and then the shipping label all at the same time. And square that up. And I go just until I feel the bolt with my finger on the other end. I already did wipe this down. And there is inside the waistband for the HKP2000 with TLR7, not the sub. And that's just a beautiful sound. But like I said, I got a little bit of work to do on this Pale Horse mold. I'm going to contact Kirk and go from there, because, you know, spending $200 on a mold, I expect it to work right out the box. Given, you know, I understand it happens, but I'm going to do some work on this. But for now, there it is. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys actually learned something, or at least enjoy watching how it's done. This came out super awesome. I'm hoping, Kenneth, I'm hoping you enjoy it. And like I said, as soon as I get this resolved, your Glock 19 is going to be on the way. Thanks for watching. Do something good. have fun, be safe, make some money, and bye.